And I'm Matt, and we're with Lose the Training Wheels.
We're here to provide our recommendations for suitable bikes for new riders.
In the course of conducting camps, we're approached with many common questions about bicycles, and we'd like to address those for you here today. Questions such as, do I need to buy a bike? What size do I need? Where should I go to get a bike? How much should I expect to spend? What features do I look for? And if I can't find all the features you recommend, what can I sacrifice? Because you're watching this video, we assume that you're representing a future participant in a Lose the Training Wheels program and that you understand the basic information about Lose the Training Wheels.
We also assume that you have the sizing chart and the Selecting a Bike document that's available to you on this page of our website.
By providing these recommendations, we do not intend to convince you to purchase a new bike. But as you consider the information provided here, please use it to evaluate the bike you have at home and determine if it's a good fit for your new rider. If you're unsure, please bring it to camp and our mechanic will look at it with you.
When learning to ride, the size of the bike is important. Bikes are sized according to the height of the tire. The four main sizes of bikes are a 16-inch, 20-inch, 24-inch, and 26-inch. For learning, our rule of thumb is to get the largest bike that allows the participant to sit on the seat while touching both feet flat on the ground. This gives the rider a sense of security and safety, it increases their confidence, and it helps them to learn to start and stop independently. Again, be sure that the rider's feet are flat on the ground while sitting on the seat, not just simply touching their toes. For more specific sizing information, please refer to the sizing chart on this page of our website.
We recommend good quality bikes that are found at reputable bike shops and consider them to be the best value for several reasons. A well-built bike is fun and easy to ride, whereas one that is poorly built will spend more time parked in the garage in need of repair. A bike shop is able to provide excellent service in selecting a bike and will be there to provide service after the sale should any problems arise. A discount store is not available to provide advice or service, and most of what they sell does not meet our criteria for a bike fit for learning. A well-built bike may be more expensive initially, but in the future, if your rider outgrows it, most shops will take it as a trade-in to offset some of your original cost. By the time you make certain modifications to a discount store bike, you may actually pay more for it. Wherever you purchase a bike, make sure you understand the return policy of the shop you buy from. Ultimately, the amount you spend for a bike will be determined by your own budget. As a general rule, as bikes increase in size, they also increase in price. If you follow our guidelines, you can expect to spend approximately $200 for a 20-inch bike, whereas for a 24 or 26-inch bike, you may spend between $300 and $400. If these amounts are out of your price range, you can find a bike at a discount store for anywhere from $75 to $200 depending on its features. These prices may vary based on your region of the country. I want to talk now about the features to look for and consider when evaluating a bike and determining if it's a good fit for your rider. A rule of thumb is that a good bike for your rider is one that they like and are able to ride. As Nikki mentioned earlier, fit is also a critical component. And so our rule again is that we want the rider to sit on the seat and be able to put both feet flat on the ground. For smaller riders, we recommend a single-speed bike with a low-slung or compact frame, also referred to as youth or junior style. Avoid BMX and freestyle bikes, which are designed to be ridden standing up and for racing and performing stunts. For larger riders, we recommend a single-speed cruiser-style bike in either 24 or 26-inch. This style of bike is simple to ride and promotes good riding posture. Frame is another consideration, and that's the difference between the two bikes. This is what's called a compact frame. It's lower and it's easier to step over to get on and off the bike, and we think that's an important feature. We like to see a nice variance where the seat is lower than the handlebars. This allows the rider to bear their weight on their seat rather than on their hands, and it promotes forward vision and is an easier and better riding posture. This part of the bike is called the pedal crank, and our rule of thumb for a 20-inch bike is that we want a short enough pedal crank so that at the top point, the pedal is no more than 17 inches off the ground. And this is a critical difference between these two bikes. This bike has a long pedal crank, whereas that pedal is about 14.5 inches off the ground. This one is 18. It's going to cause the rider's foot to come much higher. It's going to cause their weight to shift back and forth as they try to ride, and it's going to make this a difficult bike to ride. On a smaller pedal crank, their feet are going to move in a smaller circle, and it's going to be easier to ride. Again, this general rule of thumb applies to a 20-inch bike. We don't have that rule of thumb on a 24 or 26-inch bike because the seat is already higher and it's not an issue. We don't recommend a bike with gears. We recommend a single-speed bike with a coaster brake instead of a freewheel. That simply means that you're able to pedal the bike backwards and apply the brake. We also recommend that the bikes have a handbrake that goes to the rear wheel. If you have a bike with a handbrake to the front wheel, we strongly recommend that you disconnect it. A handbrake can be added to most bikes, so that's something to discuss with your bike shop if you need a brake added that goes to the back wheel. Seats come in many different shapes and sizes. We have some samples here, just as our riders come in many shapes and sizes. So don't be shy about asking for a different seat than the one that comes with the bike. Most shops will trade you the value of this seat against any other seat they have in their shop. And in many cases, even after you've taken the bike home and ridden it for a while, you can bring back the seat and trade it for another seat that may be more comfortable. I can assure you that seat comfort is very important when it comes to enjoying riding bikes. If you have a bike and the handlebars and the seat are too close together and it's causing the rider to bear weight on their hands, this is a component you can buy relatively inexpensively. It's called a stem riser. The stem riser is placed in the bike by your bike shop. By removing the handlebars, it slides into the frame, and then the handlebars slide into the stem riser, and you can gain close to 6 inches of additional handlebar height if need be by using a stem riser. So that's something to consider when you go to a bike shop or you consider your bike at home. Finally, this is a training handle. We use these on our bikes at our camps. If your rider leaves camp and is still struggling with balance, we're going to recommend that you purchase a training handle. These will be available at our camp and our mechanic can install it. It goes either to the seat post or in some cases the frame, and it gives a spotter a sturdy handle to grab as they help the rider continue to develop their balance.
If you have narrowed your bike choice down to a few models that don't have all the features that we recommend, please talk to our staff at camp about your situation so that we can make recommendations after getting to know your rider. We want to emphasize that watching this video is not a substitute for the parent orientation meeting that will be given prior to camp. At the meeting, you will learn how the program works, what to expect at camp, how to help at home during the week, and be given post-camp riding tips. You will also meet the team working with your rider and have the opportunity to ask any questions.
What we're giving you in this video are not rules but guidelines. Please take your rider with you to the bike shop, have them sit on the bikes, and make sure you get the right bike for them. If you're still struggling with which bike to buy, please talk to our mechanic at the camp.
Also, be sure to watch the bike safety video and helmet fit video on this page of our website.
Thank you so much for watching this video with us. We hope it's been helpful to you, and we look forward to meeting you at camp.